Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I am working on a single 6x12 layout. This is still from Canada, still from Quebec City, but this is the end of day one. This was our late dinner that we had, and it was at a place called the d'Orsay. If you've ever been to Paris, you know that there's a museum called the Musée d'Orsay. So very French, and we just looked up online like, hey, what's good nearby? This looked like it had some great options, good reviews, so we went for it. It was fantastic. One of the best meals we had during our trip, and we had a lot of good meals, but this one was very good. So as you can see here, I have all these photos from inside the venue. I have only one pocket that I can use for journaling, and I definitely want to journal. So I have grabbed out my 3x4 food-related cards here. I have those in two different sections, starting with red, going through the colors of the rainbow, and I had so many I had to split them up. You know, there are worse problems to have, though. That's okay. But also, I put together some cards that I thought would work with the places I went, things I did, whatever. I know there are some food cards in here. So I'm going to look at those as well. One of the things I have to say, though, this is completely unrelated to the card situation. I recently got a new iPad mini. I've been using an iPad mini for years. I love the smaller size for when I travel so that I don't have to take an entire laptop with me if possible. And I finally broke down and got a new one after, I think, 5.5 years. Oh my God, the difference. Like here, notice how this is staying in focus. My old one, the focus lock, the autofocus lock, would like never work. I tried it. I did all the tips they said to do. It just did not work. So I'm kind of in love with this new one, and hopefully I can use it to record more. Normally I've been using my phone because I didn't like the way my iPad recorded, but this one seems to be much, much better. So I'm super happy with that. So I went through the package I had that I had specifically put in the bin for Canada, not my generics. So I went through there first. There were 2 cards in there only. I thought there were more, but there were 2 that were food related. There's this one, which does not go at all. So easy decision not to use that. This is the other one. And I do think I want to use it. I love that it's black and white because it will bring out some of the white here. And then hopefully I can find a black and white embellishment of some type for up here. The other thing I love is I think I want to use some letter stickers to spell out d'Orsay. And I think what I might do, I don't know that I have letter stickers small enough to fit in there. So I think what I might do is actually cover up some of this with washi at the top and then do the stickers over the washi if I could find the right color. If not, I may just have to, put it here, and if it overlaps the line, then it overlaps. I guess it depends on the letters, so I'll have to see what I have, but that's what I'm thinking at this point. Before I started messing with the card, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to look through my other black and white ones that were in here as part of my non-Canada specific ones. I actually found 2 more I'm considering. At this one, this says delicious. I have a somewhat similar problem though, because I have a feeling letters are not going to fit in there. I would have to overlap the space, which I have mixed feelings about. The other option is I could maybe like cover this up with washi and put d'Orsay down here and then just put Quebec City or something there. At least it has some options. And then I forgot that I have several of these. These came from Ellie's Studio and they come in a pack. I think you get 10. So I've used some of them, but I have these left, and this is a wider space right there. But it doesn't leave a lot of room to like open journal. Yes, I can fill in these spaces here, but the note section is very small. So I'm not sure. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to go through my small letter stickers first and see, do I have the right color? Do I have the right size? And then I can make my final decision. You would think that with all the choices I have of alpha stickers that I would find something, but no, not in the right color, the right kind of tone or style, the right size. This is the closest I have found, is this very dark brown, which goes okay with the bar and the table and that kind of stuff. It isn't the color I really wanted, but I'm wondering, what if I bring in some of that green? If I have a washi, which I know I have green washi, I don't know if it's the right green, but I have it. But if I could bring that like down, not this card. What am I doing? If I could bring that like down here somewhere, would that help to use those letters? I'm not sure. It's one of those things where like, yeah, it's good enough, but I'm really not super satisfied. The other option I do have, I didn't want to do it, but the other option I do have is I could stamp, and then I can make it whatever color I want. So there is that too, because I have multiple stamp sets, that are alphas. So if I really feel like I'm stuck and I can't get what I want, that might be the route I have to go. So I have decided I'm going with this card, and I'm going to use this stamp set. Now, as you can see, it's very, very tight, but I'm okay with that. And if it goes a little over the line because I don't stamp it perfectly, that's okay too. But I am going to use these, and now I just have to get the right shade of green ink. I did my test run here to make sure I like it, that the color is good. You can see I didn't quite get enough ink there, so I redid it. That looks great. So I have that now. I have to say though, I have my ink here, from Stampin' Up. Call me Clover. I just realized I never put the sticker on the end, but that's fine. I have to say, I get why they went with this design, right? They wanted it to store upside down. I'm sorry, I have RA in my hands. I could barely get this thing open to even start using it. I do not care for this design. I hope it's not just this one, that maybe this one sticks a little bit or something. I haven't tried any of the other new ones that I have ordered in the past couple months. I'm a little nervous about like how practical it is for me to be able to actually be able to use it. So if any of you work for Stampin' Up, maybe tell them, please keep in mind that, people that may have issues with their hands, arthritis and RA and whatnot, like these are very difficult to work with. All right, so let's just make sure. Oh, you know what? It's a good thing I checked. It's too big. Oh my gosh, after saying all that, it's not going to work. It would if I could cover up this. What am I going to do? I have a solution. I'm going to have to switch cards, but it's a solution. I can keep this as is, and I can stamp this here. And for place, I think I will just write Quebec City, and then I'll do this on the actual card. All right, here we go. And it goes basically end to end, which isn't a bad thing. Look at that. It's not totally straight. It goes down slightly towards to the right edge, but you know what? I'm okay with that. At least it's on there and it fit. I should also mention that there is an apostrophe there. It's Diorce. So I do need to just write that in. I don't have a stamp that does that really, and I don't want to chance just inking part of it and messing it up. So I'm just going to handwrite that in. I'm lucky that I have the Call Me Clover marker as well handy, which I don't know that I've ever used this either, but it should be the exact right color since they have the same name. Perfect. There we go. Whew, that was a challenge just to get that going. Now I can finish it up. Okay, so I have to ask for those of you that have these, am I doing something wrong? I am trying to pull this thing to get it to pull out the ends so then it flips over. I can't do it. Like I am pulling with the strength that I have in my hand and I can't do it. And then I can push on this end a little bit, like with that hand, and inch it forward. Is that how it's supposed to be? See, then when I go back to pull it like this way again, I can't get it. Am I doing something wrong? If not, then this is completely impractical for me. Like I won't be able to use this style on a regular basis. It's too hard. Now that I've ranted about the dang inks, and you know what, when I'm done, I'm going to go on YouTube and see, like, there's got to be a trick or something, right? Maybe I'm just dense and I'm not doing it right. Maybe it really is, my problem with my hands. I don't know. But you know what? YouTube probably has it, so I'll look. But anyway, now in looking at this, I think I need a green embellishment because I've got it here and here and nowhere else. Now, generally, I would not like them next to each other, but I think it's going to end up being here because I have dead space. There's nothing there. It's a nice separation between these, whereas I don't want this because they're right next to each other. So I guess I could do maybe here off to the side or something, but it's got to be one of these middle options. I found this in my food ephemera options, and because of the way it's made, it doesn't really work, like to just have it floating around here. So I think I am going to take it and put it up top like so. Get some adhesive on there. And I'll just center it as best I can. That looks pretty good. Oh, my thumb hurts now from that ink. All right. Put that in there. There we go. So let's lay this out and see what I think. I decided to fill in the card and do my journaling, so I did that. And then I actually found this in my phrases. I decided to go back in there and just look. Maybe I had something. I like the brown. It adds a nice color contrast, and it fits perfectly over that documented by thing. So I was able to cover it up. So now this one is really finished. Here's another one done for Canada. Thanks for watching.